Yo, welcome back. Xycor here. Well, the ARK TLC 3 patch just dropped, pretty much, and I thought I'd do a comparison of the Mammoth before and after the patch, because why not? You know, be nice to see what it looked like before in comparison to what it looks like afterwards. So, yeah, we'll take a look at that. I'll have to get a mammoth here. And yeah, if you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe as well. Okay, we have a mammoth here, and this is before the update. Basically, looks like a normal mammoth. Of course it would look like a normal mammoth. It is a normal mammoth. Yeah, so it's got kind of a flat head. Yeah, it kind of looks like he's got a crew cut, you could say. Yeah. It's kind of got, let's see, a very wide butt. Yeah. He's pretty stocky back there. Actually, is this a he or a she? It's a he. Okay. Spiky tusks. And survivor reaches about up to its knee or so. Yeah. The fur is furry. Yeah. And you can walk right underneath it. You don't even have to crouch. And then the ears are pretty much, let's see, actually pretty plastered to its head. You would think that if it's a mammoth, you know, that it would have ears similar to an elephant, where they'd be out a little bit. But the ears are pretty flat to the head and actually rather small. Interesting. And you can kind of walk on the back here. I mean, of course you can walk on the back. You can walk on its head too. Yeah, I'm sure that's real comfortable for the mammoth. Okay, and then standard mammoth saddle. Its trunk reaches pretty much to the ground. So that's pretty interesting. Okay, so let's see. It's pretty slow at walking backwards. Normal walk forwards. And sprinting. So it's got an interesting gait. Usual walk, I guess. Kind of does a little jig while it's walking. Okay. Now, let's see. So it's got. Let's see here. Let me get that straight. Straighten out there. There we go. So, left click is just a tusk swipe, swiping the tusks. Right click is a foot stomp. Yeah, it just rears up on its hind legs and stomps down with its front legs. Yeah. Okay. No C attack. No X attack. Okay. So, yeah. Let's see here then. What can it gather? I mean, I know it can gather wood. So that gets it like 155 wood, 18 thatch. And what about the right click? Right click gets 175 wood and 30 thatch. But that could have just been a different tree. Let's try this tree. 203 wood. There's another bigger tree right here. 280 wood. Yeah, so it's just gathering wood. Normal for a mammoth. And it can gather, let's see. So basically it can gather berries, wood, thatch, everything with both attacks. At least that's what it looks like. Let me see if it can gather these berries with the right click. Yes, it can just gather everything with both attacks. One doesn't seem like it's any better than the others. Keep getting more and more wood. So, let's see here. A good amount of wood. And let's check out the damage that Mammoth does. So, does 130 damage with its left click attack. And 188 damage with its right click attack. Interesting. Let's see on this. 130. 188. There we go. So, not bad. Not bad. Now, I guess we should just check out what its animation is for leveling up. So, let's see here. Go into K mode a little bit. And put it into weight. So he lifts his trunk up and kind of roars a little bit. Shakes his head. I think that's about all for the current mammoth in the... Or not current mammoth, the old mammoth. Pretty cool. And now I guess we'll see what it looks like after the patch. Okay, here we have the mammoth after the patch. And it's already, I can see some differences. Its trunk still goes almost to the ground. Maybe not quite as far. It could just be slightly higher. But it's got a furry trunk. Yeah, it's actually, the other one didn't have any fur on its trunk. This one does. And it's also got a lot better quality of fur. It's like, yeah, it actually looks like fur now, rather than the other one just kind of looking like wet clumps of fur, or something like that. Maybe a wet mammoth. I wonder how a wet mammoth smells like. Like if you've ever smelled a wet dog, yeah. I bet it smells the same. But anyway, and let's see here. Its top of its head is a little bit rounder. It's not as flat as the other one was, so yeah, he's kind of looks like a cone head now more so than a flat head. But now, the fur doesn't touch your head when you run underneath him. So that kind of tells me, I mean, if I look at it now, comparing my survivor to the mammoth's leg, now it's like, I think he's a little taller. So the mammoth is a little bit taller than they used to be, which is interesting. And let's see. I don't think it's quite as fat in the butt, but it's still pretty close. And then its tusks look about the same, I think. Yeah, I think they look about the same. Now the saddle, on the other hand, now that has a nice, cool war drum on it, which, yeah, somebody else can ride on it with you and play the war drum. So yeah, I'll get to that in just a little bit. So walking, it's got more of a shake to it. If you notice, it's kind of snaking along rather than just lumbering. So the whole body moves. Interesting. That's very interesting. Going back, it's just as slow. Running. It's interesting. Let's see running K mode. I think it looks a little better running than it used to. Yeah, I think it does. Okay. Let's see. See how much damage it does to a tree. Yeah, you don't see the damage on a tree. That's right. But let's see how much it gathers. I think it's probably the same. I don't think they changed the amount that it gathers. Yeah, I think pretty much the same. Let's see. Wrong button on that. There we go. Probably the same. Actually, that's interesting. What about the right click? Right click? Right click looks like it's like a grab or something. Let's check it out. And of course I can't really see. Okay, yeah. Right click is a grab. It's got the listro in its trunk, which is interesting. Then you can just throw it. So basically, the mammoth's changes are, of course, the war drum and stuff. But it's also got, so let's see, it's tusk sweep, which is the left click here, is still just a tusk sweep, but it gathers thatch. That's what it looks like. Yeah, it's gathering a lot of thatch. Yeah, that's a lot of thatch. Well, I mean, you know, as much thatch as what it would be for a mammoth. The tusk trumpet, and that's like a roar, and that seems to be the C button. Yeah. And that does an AoE debuff to all enemies within range. So that's interesting. And then after stepping in water, the next trumpet used by mammoth will spray the rider with water, hydrating them, removing fire debuffs, and reducing their temperature. Huh. Let's check that out. Oh, that's kind of cool. Now I'm not hot though, so I can't tell. Yeah. Okay. And then the foot stomp. It rears up and puts all of its weight into a forward slam with its front legs to directionally knock back enemies and gather wood. So let's see, is that... I'm not actually sure what... If the right click is grab, C is the roar. Okay, its stomp is maybe in kind of a strange area. It's the space bar. Had to try a few keys to figure it out. But basically, you use the stomp to gather wood. It gathers a pretty good amount of wood. Same amount of wood as it used to gather, I assume. Doesn't look like it gathers berries, though. Yeah. I did notice, though, that its ears are actually a little bit smaller than the old mammoth's was. That's kind of interesting. Huh. And I guess since I'm hot here, I can quickly check the water cool-off type buff, I guess I could call it. So you just get in the water here, and then the next attack afterwards. Actually, I'm not even hot anymore. Oh, there. Ah, it was the next. There we go. It didn't cool me off. I would think that my hot bar would be missing down there. Huh. And it leaves when I get close to the shore, so let's see. Yeah, I don't know if it does anything or not. Let's see. My thermal is 67. Actually, no, I mean my hyperthermal is negative 28. Let's check it one more time. Guess I should quickly check it right now. Negative 28. Still negative 28. So yeah, I'm not sure if that even does anything right now or not. Seems like it doesn't. It's supposed to have the a temperature buff on it though to cool you off. So they got some bugs to fix. Anyway, but yeah, let's see its level up animation. So get over here. Wrong button on that. There we go. And put it into some health. I think it looks like it's pretty much the same as the previous. So not bad. Not bad. Okay. Quickly check to see how much damage it does. $130. I think it's about the same as what it did. Can you pick up a parasaur? You can pick up a parasaur. Okay, that's interesting. And it comes up with a crosshair. Let's see how far I can throw it. Okay, so it goes a pretty good distance. Get back here. Now let's see, can I throw it way up there? It doesn't go that far. I mean, I would say that like a Carcinos throws farther, I think. So, yeah, the new addition to the Mammoth is pretty good. As far as I know, I don't think I can actually play the drum. Let's see. Passenger seat, board drum platform. Okay, so. Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's kind of cool. Never mind, I can. It said that the buff only works while you're in motion. But it looks like I have the buff. So that's pretty cool. It's actually pretty simplistic. But if you get it wrong, it stops it. It doesn't stop the buff though. The buff stays there. So all you have to do is just really get it in between those little lines there on the left. Actually seems pretty simplistic. What about right clicking? So left click and right click sound the same. No difference. That's kind of unfortunate. I wish it, allow you to have a little bit of a different sound, so you're not making, just the same sound all the time. But it's pretty cool. I do like the trumpet, and it looks like the buff sticks around for about 10 seconds or so, I think is what it should look like. So, yeah. Pretty cool. I like the Mammoth TLC. It's a nice change, because that war drum is kind of cool. So, yeah. If you like this episode, hit that like button. We really appreciate it. It really helps us out a lot. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that bell icon, leave a comment, and of course share it. And I'll be bringing the Stegosaurus TLC in another video. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.